Hi, this is Anthony Moore from Beaconforce. I was with you through your onboarding, and now I'm going to show you how to read your dashboard. Have fun. We talked about intrinsic motivation during the onboarding process, and if you remember the analogy we used, growing a plant from a single seed. The important part is not the seed, but the environment that the seed is in. So we have to give it the right water, the right sunlight, the right soil. Those translated for us is intrinsic motivation and intrinsic motivation pillars. I'm going to take you through the Beaconforce Dashboard, which is a visual representation of how you perceive your environment, how you perceive your intrinsic motivators, how you perceive your stress. We're going to start with flow state. And flow is typically known as being in the zone. This happens when your challenge levels and skill levels, based on your perception, are aligned. If we look at the chart here and we move to the top left, we see this dark red zone. This is the stress zone. This is when our challenge level is too great relative to our skill level. And we can be somewhat productive here, but if you stay here too long, you're at risk of being burnt out. As we move to the right, we reach that orangey zone, and this is called the learning zone. So this happens when the challenges are slightly outside your skill level. There's maybe something you're doing for the first time, and there's a learning curve. So we can learn here and be productive here, and as you learn, you move more into flow state. Flow state is the yellow zone, and this is where challenges and skills, again, align, and we are hyper-focused, we're fully engaged in what we're doing. Characteristics of this is time passes really quickly, you're not hungry, you're not tired, you forget to eat lunch. It's a very enjoyable and productive state of mind. Next to that is the green zone, and this is the performance or control zone. This is when what you're doing is engaging, however, it doesn't stretch you. It's not stretching your skills. And the last one is the blue zone, and this is boredom. This is when you're not fully engaged, your skills are being underutilized. You can finish your entire day's work in a couple of hours, and you're looking for the next challenge. As we move over to the 7 pillars of intrinsic motivation, these begin to explain to us why we're in that state. Clear goals or purpose tells us why we're doing what we're doing, if it's clear to us. Continuous feedback is knowing how well we're doing our jobs on a daily basis. Social interaction is the strength of our relationships with the people that we work with. Balanced challenges is, again, most related to flow state, but it's when what we're doing is right in that sweet spot of our skill set. Sense of improvement is the feeling that we are improving and learning and growing every day. Risk attitude, this is how we feel about trying new things, about innovation. It's also how we feel about making mistakes. And does our environment treat mistakes as punishment or as learning opportunities? Sense of control is the last one, and this is essentially autonomy. Do we have enough decision-making power in our roles to be comfortable and feel in control of our careers? The last dashboard is trust, and trust represents the strength of the relationship that you have with your leadership and with your organization as a whole. Do you trust the direction that the organization is moving, and is this a place that you can see yourself? So that's it for dashboard reading. Open your dashboard now, go through it, find out what you need in your environment. If you need any help or have any feedback for us, we would love to hear from you in the help section, which is under the main menu. You can start a conversation with us there, and we'll be on hand to support you in any way that we can. Thank you, and enjoy your Beaconforce experience.